Hi, Jennifer Nicely here with Pinnacle Real Estate Academy. Hopefully you have seen part 1 and part 2 of our fair housing episodes. This is part 3. Now, when it comes to fair housing, when it comes to discrimination, I truly believe that the media and society are possibly making it worse than it could be. Does it exist? 100% absolutely. But society has gotten to the point where we can't talk about it. Because if you mention anything, it's automatically discriminating. Let me give you a couple examples. My son, who is now 12, but my son, when he was around 10 years old, he came to me and he said, "Mommy, I want to ask you a question." Now, side note, this was around Christmas time. "I want to ask you a question." He said, "But I don't mean to be racist." And I thought, my goodness, that's not how we talk at our house. Like, this doesn't ever come up. So what in the world could he be asking me that he has to preface it with, "I don't mean to be racist"? And the question was this: I want my elf on the shelf to have a new friend, and I want the new elf on the shelf to be black. But I don't mean to be racist, Mommy. I immediately froze and went, oh my gosh, my child is being trained wrong. He believed that if he even mentioned someone of a different color, that it was racist. When in reality, my child was trying to be inclusive, not exclusive. My child has different friends of different races. And the fact that he wanted his elf on a shelf at 10 years old to have a friend of a different color, because he mentioned it, he thought it was racist. That's sad. That's pathetic. But the media and society have done that, and they've trained my child to believe that he can't even talk real facts. I am a white female. It's what I am. I can't help it. Someone else may be a black male. That's what he is. He can't help it, right? So it's not a bad thing. No matter what you are, it's not a bad thing. So to call an apple, that's okay. That's not racist. We've got to stop turning it that way. I also believe that as older generations die off, that things should change for the better. And when you hear me say that, you probably go, oh God, where's she going? Because this is such a sensitive topic. But let me give you a couple of examples. My grandmother, who is 91, was born and raised in an era where discrimination was normal and acceptable. Different water fountains, different schools, different places on the bus, etc. That's what she knew. And it was normal, okay? It was okay. My mother graduated in 1969. That was the year in her town that everything integrated. So growing up for 18 years, my mother lived a life where segregation was normal, where the water fountains and the schools were different, but her senior year of high school, they integrated. So now the rest of my mother's life has been taught that that's not okay, that you don't drink out of 2 fountains, that you don't go to 2 different schools, that you're not treated different. So some of her life, it was okay. Some of her life, it was not. Now, I and my son have never lived in a life where that was okay and acceptable. Ever. It's never been acceptable. I wasn't raised where that was acceptable. So my son, just like the story a few minutes ago, has friends of all races and all religions. And that's okay, and that's good. And he doesn't know a difference until someone tells him there is a difference. Until he sees on media or society that we have to walk eggshells, that we have to talk different, that we have to react differently. But he hasn't been raised that way. So until someone else tells him that you have to treat things differently because of your race or your color or religion or any other reason, he doesn't know a difference. So if we as society could state facts without being ridiculed, call an apple, a white female, a black female, I don't know that it's going to get better. Is it ever going to be fixed, repaired? No, I don't think so. I think that's a part of society. It's happened for as long as humans have been on this planet. However, there's a difference. My grandmother grew up where it was okay and a good thing. My mother has seen two different things. Myself and my son have never seen that as acceptable. You aren't born this way. You are trained. So please know that we need to talk about this. We need to teach our children that there isn't a difference, that inclusion is a good thing, that calling an apple is okay. It's not a bad thing. So I say this video because we've got to stop walking on those eggshells, because if we keep walking on eggshells, it's going to keep being a problem. Include everyone, treat everyone the exact way, do the same steps for every client that you have, and you'll be okay.